If you watched Ayana Jackson's interview on Vlad TV and you're still thinking that Pac had something to do with the accusation, you are a superficial, mindless drone. That's what you are. By the way that the lady explained what happened, if that does not fit the definition of a thought who like to get ran on by a bunch of dudes and claim one guy to be her main guy, then I don't know thoughts, you know? Because we gotta realize something. She said that she was on the dance floor, never met Pac before, and she wasn't really into rap like that. You know, she would listen to rap, you know, once in a while, you know, once in a blue moon, but she was a fan of Pac. And Pac, you know, came behind her and put both of his hands, right? Both of his hands in her back pockets and started dancing. And next thing you know, they went to the VIP section. And then they came back to the dance floor, started kissing, right? Somebody you just met. All right? And Pac said, hey, you know what? You want to hang out? You want to go hang out? You want to go to my hotel? And yes, she went there. And then, according to her own word, she said, we went there and then we had sex. Now, if this is not a thought, what is a thought? I'm telling you, man, like, when you're dealing with these weak ass Me Too movement wannabe so-called feminist black women, you gotta be careful, man, because the easier she is to get laid, the easier it is, or the easier it will be for anybody to convince that dumb chick to turn her against your ass without you having to do anything. You gotta go watch the interview by yourself so that you can analyze things, because you have to have what you call the spirit of discernment. You have to learn, you have to know how to discern things. You have to know when somebody's lying. When they're asking her a certain question, how she would hesitate before she would give an answer. You know? How you telling me that Pac is laying down, you're giving her a massage, you're giving him a massage, and the next thing you know, he grabbed you by your hair because at the time, you know, you had braids or something, and he pulled you down, started kissing on you, and dudes started walking in saying that, hey, you know this type of, you know those kind of, you know those thoughts that I'm talking about. You fucking them, and then everybody's walking in the bedroom, drinking, smoking weed, slapping their asses, and then put on a condom, and start fucking them, and they're like, all right, it's cool, it's fine. Those are the thoughts that I'm talking about, and that's what she was doing. She knew exactly what was going on, and Pac was like, wait a minute, I feel like Pac had feelings for her based on something that she said, because she said she was talking to Pac, and Pac looked at her dead in the eye, said, bitch, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. This is to show you that he felt that she wronged him. He probably like said, hey, you know what? I want to see if she's one of those thoughts. If that's my girl and I like her and we're having fun and dudes walking, the first No, the first reaction of a normal chick is, what the fuck? Why are they in the room? All of a sudden start getting their clothes, you know what I mean? Getting dressed. And if anybody touches that girl, she would scream and everything, start making noise in the hotel room, making a scene, and next thing you know, the police would show up. Oh, I wanna go, let me go, let me go. Ah. And that night, people would be like, what the fuck, man? Why are you guys trying to run that girl? She said that she was there. So that means that when Pac was pulling, when Pac pulled her hair, right? And started kissing on her and everything, she already pulled down her clothes, pulled down her pants, whatever she was wearing, a short skirt or whatever she wore that night. You know what I mean? Like she was ready. And when the dudes walked in, they already saw her ass. Oh, she got a fat ass. And next thing you know, they started fucking and everything. You know what I think happened? She thought that, okay, I'm a slut. I'm a thought. I like to get rain on. But Pac is the main guy. As long as I'm with Pac, shit. I'll let these motherfuckers fuck me because I've done it before anyway. Because let me tell you something, there's no girl out there who never got ran on before that would be okay with that. Like getting ran on is no joke. Like 4 or 5 dudes like passing you like you're a fucking Dutch, vanilla Dutch, like some weed, like a joint. And you telling me that you never done this before? Or you haven't done this before and you'd be okay with some shit like that? She wanted it. She knew what she was up to. She knew what she was doing, right? But when Pac wanted out, didn't want to deal with a thought anymore, a slut, right? She felt like, hey, you know what? I don't want to take any responsibility in that shit. I'm fucking pressing charges. I'm gonna make him, I'm gonna hurt her, I'm gonna hurt his career. Because think about it, I'm out there, I'll be out there by myself, I'll be known as a thought, as a slut, and I got ran by a bunch of dudes, and now he's gonna leave me hanging? Hell no. I'm gonna fucking cry. I'm gonna play innocent. I'm gonna act like I didn't know what I was doing. You know, and especially I'm a female at the time. Black males were targets. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna fuck him over. I'm gonna fuck him up. This is what happened. You were mad. You were sad that Pac didn't want anything to do with you because he felt like, hey, if I'm kissing my girl, doing my thing, and dudes can walk in and she'd be okay to let them fuck her, what would happen when what will happen if I'm not around? Can I trust a thought like this in my house? You know, what's been taking place before I met her? Like, what can she do? Like, a woman like this, man, is dangerous. Like, what the fuck am I doing with myself? And all those kind of thoughts, you know, all those things are going on in your head as a man. Are you gonna look at this woman the same way? I guarantee you, if Pac knew that she was the type of woman that she is, Pac would have never approached her that night, putting his hands in her back pocket and started kissing. Why would you kiss a thought? A slut, a woman that would, you know, suck anybody's dick, right? But you know, this country, in this country, if a woman says, hey, I got raped, I got touched, or I was sexually harassed, that's all she got to say. You can be home, sitting, relaxing, and a woman wants to cheat on you. All she got to do is call the police and say, hey, you know what? I feel uncomfortable now. I feel like my husband is a threat to me. I don't want to deal with this. I just want him to be gone for a while because I don't feel safe. Guess what? Your ass will be out that night. You cannot come back to the to the house that you're paying for, or your ass will be arrested. But guess what? She can bring a dude to the house if she wants to, and you will never find out because you will be afraid to come back to this house. Women don't want to take any responsibilities for their actions. That is sad. This is a sad world that we're living in. It's happening every day. Uh, they'll come to your place smoking weed, getting drunk, asking for more liquor, screaming and saying, I want to get fucked. I want to get fucked. Oh my God, a bunch of fucking dudes over here. I cannot even get fucked. And then once these dudes are drinking, everybody is drinking together. See, this is the type of things that women need to start thinking about. You are in a room full of people, young men, getting drunk, right? They just like boozing on, like boozing in, like they drinking alcohol, like heavily, grabbing bottles. How do you expect some decency to come out of this shit? How do you expect some wise decision to come out of this thing that you're in? You're drunk. These young men are drunk. You're screaming that you want to get fucked, touching on yourself, going crazy. And when you're young, the younger you are, the hornier you are, right? And these men fucked you. You liked it. And the next day you woke up, you felt bad about it. And you say, you know what? I'm going to fuck everybody over. That's why most men say, you know what? I'm just going to pay a hoe, man. If I want to have some fun, I'm just going to get a bad bitch, give her $100, $200, $300, or $60, whatever she's worth, and then use her, pay her, she's out. I don't need to know her name. I don't need to know about her children. I don't need to know about her background because she came to my house. She comes to my house. She performs a service, and then she gets paid, and then she leaves. No trouble. I understand that if a man doesn't want to deal with women anymore because women are fucking everything up, man. Most of them are fucking everything up. And I'm telling you, man, I was watching brother Willie D. This man is he has good moral character. This is a decent man. The guy said this: if Pac was not involved with this kind of chick because he was young anyway, how could you blame him? He was 25 at the time. He was in his 20s. Like, he probably would have never made that deal with Death Row. And he probably would have had, I'm paraphrasing, like different surroundings. And Pac would have been still alive today because he said, imagine that the type of things that Pac accomplished at the age of 25. If it still be alive today, the people that you praising now, that when you see you go crazy, you're shaking, groupie, they probably would have been nothing today. But sometimes we young, we make mistakes, and unfortunately, any mistake that we make, they come with consequences. There's a price to pay. So Tupac paid the price. He dealt with a thought. He didn't want to be involved. Who want to be with a thought? Like nowadays, it's a good thing now to marry a whore, to have kids with her, to call her your main chick. Back in the days, like when men used to be real men, who wanted to marry a whore? They didn't care how pretty you were. Real men didn't want to be with a slut, a thought, a woman who's a joint. You gonna put your seed in her and call her your baby mother? But because of destruction of family, most black men are growing up in this country. They have no father figure, and they're growing up in a household full of females, and most of the time these females are sluts, thoughts, and their moms are whores too, and they're like, hey, that's all I know. What's the problem if she's a hoe? As long as she's beautiful, I don't care if the whole Hollywood ran that bitch. I don't care if she's a Hollywood whore, the mother of whorish, whoredom. I don't care. Like, she's pretty. I'll marry her. She'll have my baby because while I was growing up, you know, as a kid, I would see my mom bringing these dudes, you know, changing dudes, like passing dudes, like having different dudes, like I'm changing clothes every week. So it's okay for me to plant my seed in the thought and marry her and call her my wife. And the whole world's looking at me. See, these superstars that are doing this, with all due respect, they are the ones making most African Americans look bad in this country. Because remember, when you have a platform and you are very famous, things that you do affect your family, the people that are following you, and your race. So now when other people from different countries, right, are watching those things, they like, man, black men have no senses. They have no, like, character. I cannot trust people like that because they would do anything. Like, how could you marry a whore knowing that she's a whore, knowing that she's been sleeping with everybody in Hollywood? Why would you have a kid, a baby? Why would you put your baby in her? That's how they look at black Americans. And you cannot blame them because they're famous and they're black and they're Americans. So this is all I wanted to share with you today, guys. Please be wise, stay alert. When you go to the bar, wrap it up because herpes is on the rise, HIV. Don't kiss because you can get it through mouth. You know, you can get that shit through kissing, skin to skin contact. When you see these little hoes staring at you, trying to get something from you, and they easy to get laid, let me tell you something, man. Think about it, especially if you have something to lose. If you have businesses, or you have family, or you are an entrepreneur that is very successful, watch the type of women, man, that you're gonna bring to your world, man. Watch the company you keep, because look how this girl was able to lie on Chris Brown, almost fucked them over, saying that he pulled out a gun on me and say, bitch, get the fuck out. And the guy already got arrested. If he didn't have a good lawyer, he would have been fucked. Look how they almost got Morgan Freeman and that shit. Everybody's like to Bill Cosby, the whole world, the whole America thinks Bill Cosby is a sexual predator, one of the worst ever. Just because of what? Because of certain women. I guarantee you, man. You see this guy who died, well, the Playboy guy, I forgot his name, always in his big mansion with a bunch of whores. Did you hear any women complain about him? I'm not saying that this is what you should do to be okay, but there are ways around it. You can have a bunch of women out there and then they just sex workers or they escorts. You got nothing to do with them. And these women don't want to deal with the laws anyway because most of them, they have warrants. They don't like the police. And their job is illegal. If you even say cops, these women will take off, man. So I'm not mad now to see a bunch of rappers out there not wanting to get married. What's the point? To get fucked over? Look at this old ass crazy white chick who was offered $900 million, and she said for a settlement after for a divorce settlement, and she felt like it wasn't enough. $900 million. Do you understand the type of money that I'm talking about? $900 million. It wasn't enough. So I'm giving you the information, but guess what? It's up to you. You are responsible for your life. Every decision that you're making today will affect your tomorrow. Be careful. I'm not saying you cannot trust a woman who's decent, who knows what she wants, but be careful at all times.